Good morning. It's Ayya Vimala, and it's Thursday, August the 6th. Summer's speeding by, and people are making decisions about their children and school, so all of my good thoughts are going out to you as parents and teachers and school administrators. These are hard decisions, and I just feel that it's a big decision on your shoulders, and I'm just sending good thoughts, and we should all be praying for the families and the kids and the universities, and that people are making a decision that feels right to them, and that they feel comfortable ultimately moving forward. And in different parts of the country, we're seeing all kinds of different solutions. So thinking about all of you teachers, hi Steve, and I keep saying I'm glad I'm retired. This is, it's easy. I can't make any judgments about anything anybody does in terms of education because I'm more distanced from that. And I think my head would be spinning if I was in the position of teachers and especially local school boards. And we need to be putting all of our good thoughts in for these people and for the kids and for the everyone going to universities. So best wishes for you, and hope everything is going okay where you live, and that you're comfortable with the decisions you have to make. And as my mother would say in the South, will bless their hearts. Sometimes it's exactly the only thing that comes up in my head. So, let's start with my wish, because now more than ever we need to be thinking this way. Hopefully I have it down, but may I become at all times, both now and forever, a protector for those without protection, a guide for those who have lost their way, a ship for those with an ocean to cross, a sanctuary for those in danger, a lamp for those without light, a place of refuge for those who lack shelter, and a servant to all in need. By means of this meritorious deed, may I never join with the unwise, only the wise, until the time I attain Nibbana. Thank you. So we take on a big responsibility, and it's part of our daily intention to be doing no harm to ourselves and others, to be sending out goodwill to others, and to be letting go of the things that are no longer working for us, no longer healthy, no longer skillful, the things that we're ready to let go of, that we see it's time to let it go. Could be stuff that we like to have around us because our stuff makes us feel more permanent. It could be attitudes that we carry with us that it's time to let go of, or viewpoints. Could be old memories that hold us back because they are painful for us or are charged for us emotionally. Maybe time to just let them go, just move on. Could be time to drop worrying about the future. Things that aren't getting us anywhere. So that's our daily intention. So I've been just every time I hear about it, this explosion in Beirut, in Lebanon, just none of the news gets better about it, and the devastation and complete destruction of so much of the city. And I think if you have money that you would like to donate to anything, I think it would be great if you find organizations where you know the money is going directly for the aid of people. And if any of you find an organization that you trust and that you've worked with before, or that you know will help your aid get to the right places, let me know, okay? Send a message, put it on Facebook, and I'll see what I can do to get that out. I think even a little bit of money, if it goes to the right organization, and that's always important, can become direct aid. And I don't think our country doesn't seem to be doing much so far, so haven't heard anything about that. So in this world that feels a little chaotic, we have things like this happening, and I keep thinking about their hospitals are probably already dealing with COVID-19, and so the buildings that have been damaged and the lack of housing for people, and adding more people to hospitals, it's going to be a difficult time. So we so far have been more blessed than that in our country. So if you can, find a good organization and share it with others. Let us know. And I think that's maybe something that can make some of us feel like we're doing some good. But if we have to just be witnesses of this, we can send our good thoughts, we can practice metta and try to send it. Let the energy coming from us at all times be a quality of energy that can be uplifting and can be helpful. And that when we practice metta, that's what we can be putting out. And if you pray, it's time for prayers for the people. These are strangers, unless you have relatives there or know people personally or have lived there. I don't know anyone personally who's either living in Lebanon or has come from there. So these are strangers. So when we practice metta, remember one of the categories that we send our metta towards, this goodwill, the quality of goodwill and kindness, is practicing it towards strangers. All the human beings we don't know, but they are our brothers and sisters and mothers and fathers and children. We are that connected to them in a foreign country that most of us probably don't know a lot about, other than they've been in very heavy political turmoil, and already their country was in a very chaotic state. So these are like the strangers we see on the streets, or people we see when we're in the stores buying groceries, but we don't know who they are. These are the strangers that we have been practicing sending goodwill to and metta. We see them as connected to ourselves. So we want to be able to treat them the way we would want someone to treat us if we were in distress. So when we practice metta today, let's be sure we remember them, and let that be something you can be sending out to them all during the day and night. I had a couple of great little contacts when I was looking at Facebook this morning, and I don't like Facebook, but once in a while I see something that is really inspiring. But a friend, Dorothy Burris, who lives in the Lake Geneva area, and we see each other now just occasionally at different interfaith events, and she's been to the temple. But she just wrote and had taken pictures of driving out in the country where she lives, just outside of Lake Geneva. And it was at sunset, just before sunset. And just her description of how beautiful it was. And then she pulled her car over on the country road so she could just enjoy it a little bit more. And someone, an elderly person pulling a little trailer, pulled up behind her and stopped just to see if she was okay. And that coupled with how beautiful the evening and the sunset was, and she had some beautiful pictures on Facebook. It was one of those things. She said just his kindness, and again, they were strangers, but just his kindness and checking on her to see if she was okay was, it moved her, and it was so beautiful to read about her just her little, that's that kind of joy and that experience that we can have, those little bits of joy and just complete surrender to nature and to the beauty around us, letting go of other concerns we have for the moment and just appreciating it. And I thought that was beautiful to read. Another one was from, I'm not going to say who, but it's a friend who was a minister who moved to Scotland, and she was talking about how kind the people are, and she sees a kind of mellow, more a less selfish character of the people around her in Scotland. They're more protective of each other, and she feels like when she looks at America now, that she doesn't see that. She sees more of the selfishness. You know, we're a young nation, we're a young country, and she sees more of that quality of kind of a selfish individuality, that we just take care of our own personal freedom and nobody's going to tell us what to do. She said she can see that when she compares it to her life now in a different country, an older, more senior country. She sees just more general compassion people have, and how they assume that it's best to take care of others. And I was moved by that, because I've certainly seen that in my own life lately. So those were just two things that I had on my mind. So I think that idea of not forcing our ideas of what our personal freedom means, we don't need to be pushing that off onto other people or putting personal freedom above science and fact and the good quality scientific information that we're learning about this virus. The two don't necessarily go together. Preserving our personal freedom at any cost, and being in denial about the facts. So, enough of my soapbox. Let's sit and do some metta, and then enjoy the day and find joy in your day. And I hope you're okay with the decisions you're having to make each and every day, and feeling that, you know, definitely life is going on here. We're much safer than people in other parts of the world, and we're being reminded of that in very painful ways when we look at the news. Okay, so if you're standing or walking or outside, whatever time of day it is where you live, just let's spend some time going deep, being still, letting that quality of stillness permeate our day, and letting it bring us to clarity in our own minds and peace. So gently close your eyes if you can. Let your body be relaxed, but feel that your spine lifting up. Even if you're on the floor or if you're in bed, you can feel kind of a stretching of your spine, so is, you can almost feel like you're creating space between each little vertebra. Feel your head balanced at the top of your spine. Just let your body feel aligned and uplifted. Just begin to observe your body breathing. I'm still recommending your hand on your belly, being aware of that oxygen coming down into your lungs and then moving down. Focus your attention in one spot while you're observing your body breathing. You can be focused on the tip of your nose. Imagine that tiny butterfly just lighting very, very lightly at the tip of your nose. And from there you can observe the sensations that you're feeling as you breathe. Just those sensations above your upper lip and just inside your nostrils and just around your nostrils. Those are very subtle. So you can also choose, and this is do one or the other, not both, when you sit. Excuse me. You can observe your belly moving up as you inhale and then contracting a bit as you exhale. Not forcing it, just let your hand feel its light movements. So pick one of those spots and just be an observer. For right now, we're not observing our thoughts or our physical body or our feelings. We're observing our breath. Being mindful of our breath. Allow your thoughts to come and go, but we don't need to feed them with our attention. We can do that, but this meditation today we're going to get into the right state just by observing our breath, and then we can practice a short metta practice. Now begin with yourself, gently sending good wishes sending blessings to yourself, may I be well, may I feel safe, may I be free from worry and fear and anxiety, and may I be content, so I'm ready when joy comes my way, when happiness is present. May I be living in peace with myself and with others. Now move out and think of your family members and your good friends who really are our families as well. We're not connected by blood, but we're connected by our relationship, our noble friends, our family members. May all of my loved ones be well. May they feel safe. May they be contented and ready to see joy and happiness in their days. May they live in peace, and may they be peacemakers with their loved ones. Now, following very closely, let's send out our good wishes and our prayers and our good thoughts to the people of Beirut and Lebanon, to the people in Beirut who are homeless, who are still looking for their loved ones, who are already so heavily impacted by their government collapsing. May people in this country find shelter. Send wishes for safety. May they lack hunger, and may they lack water. May they not may they not be hungry. May they not be searching for water, good water to drink. May they not be suffering if they have to live out in the elements. May we never let our own struggles keep us from being aware of the struggles of others. the same way we would want others to help us, we should be aware of ways we can help others. May help and peace come swiftly to all of those being affected. And as we move out and let this energy go out, further out, infinitely, sending goodwill, sending compassion to all beings in the world, human and non-human, then extending it out even further out into the universe where we don't know what kind of life exists, but allowing this quality to have no end. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes, free from fear and worry and anxiety, free from hunger and thirst, and dealing with extreme weather conditions. May beings be able to care for themselves or be able to care for their loved ones. May those in need of help receive it. May there be peace. Keep sitting if you can, if you have the time, and I'm going to read my wish again. May I become at all times, both now and forever, a protector for those without protection, a guide for those who have lost their way, a ship for those with an ocean to cross, a sanctuary for those in danger, a lamp for those without light, a place of refuge for those who lack shelter, and a servant to all in need. By means of this meritorious deed, may I never join with the unwise, only the wise, until the time I attain Nibbana. Thank you so much for being here and sharing with me and sharing with the others. And bring beauty into your day and bring great compassion into your life. Thank you so much for being here with me. Bye-bye.